What is dangerous to forget? Which pedal is the go pedal and which is the stop? Nuclear launch codes. That the gun is loaded. When the warning label on something reads inflammable, it means that it's highly flammable. It will burn easily, not otherwise. That you had something in the oven. Installing a carbon monoxide detector. Your parachute. My birthday. To switch off your camera and go on mute. If you are going to jack off in a Zoom work meeting, sad face. Cleaning out your dryer vents regularly. If they become completely blocked, it can lead to a house fire. What you are allergic to. That history repeats itself. That you're driving. That these olives are not pitted. Your girlfriend's birthday. How to breathe. Your wedding anniversary. Do not put water on a grease fire. Do not put water on a grease fire. It will make the fire grow. If you have a grease fire, place a metal lid or flat pan over the source of the fire to deprive it of oxygen. Turn off the heat source. If you can't do a lid, pour baking soda on it. That the handle of the frying pan you stuck in the oven will be violently hot if you don't use an oven mitt to pull it out. Or if you forget the handle is still hot after pulling the pan out and walking away for 10 minutes. That you're driving and not daydreaming on the sofa. Keeping good dental hygiene really bites you later on if you're not careful. The master password to your digital vault. People have lots, hundreds of millions of dollars from forgotten passwords. The face of your father. That never ends well. Low head dams, aka weirs. They are basically drowning machines. They look like an insignificant drop of just a few feet, but the recirculation they form is so powerful that they cannot be escaped. Here's a picture of one. http://www. CDC.gov NIOSH Fire Images 200711p3 JPG. To turn off gas stove. That everyone, no matter the color of their skin, is a person and has rights. To turn up the heater in summer. The new toilet paper roll when you go for a shit in your house. Alone. History. What the powerhouse of the cell is. That you're not wearing the pants with the keys but went to the store in your joggers for like once in your life. Because you were hungover. Because then when you get back and stand outside your door like a proper fool, you realize that your phone is still in your apartment as well. Not that it would matter too much since your flatmate would sleep through a civil war and probably won't wake up for hours. That you have nudes of your ex on that hard drive you just lent to your GF. Edit of, not on. On makes it sounds like you're about to revenge porn her. That it's possible to die the next minute. Forget what? That there are real people behind the Reddit usernames. That Epstein did not kill himself and there's a ring of pedophiles and rapists among which are people at the highest level. Also, police brutality and the systematic oppression. Karen's birthday. Holocaust. One if not the most terrible thing in the last 200 years and people are playing it down, speaking of it as if nothing happened. That you're not immune to propaganda. Mute and turn off the camera when you are done interviewing. When you're at a party getting drunk and having fun. Always remember to don't drink and drive. How recent civil rights and full suffrage are. This summer is the centennial of the ratification of the 19th Amendment. And people born when the Civil Rights Act was passed 1964 aren't even old enough to retire. We can't take these things for granted. A towel. Never go against a Sicilian when death is on the line. Gasoline is never a good fire starter. Whether or not you took your meds for the day. Under the right circumstances, electricity can kill you instantly. And unless you're an electrician, you probably don't know what the right circumstances are. That the beautiful wild animal is still a wild animal. Forgetting to put your car in park with emergency brake on. Forgetting your loved ones are in the back seats of the car. Son, daughter, kitty cat, puppy dog crying, your toddler at a national park. That putting a croissant in the microwave for 20 minutes has a different effect than it being in an oven for 20 minutes. To be humble. You'll lose plenty of friends otherwise. Pick up the kids from school. That you should always know. Wait. Never. Or is it always? Or oh, that you shouldn't just mix whatever cleaning supplies you have available. Some of it can form a deadly gas and kill you ASAP. That bleach and ammonia make a poisonous gas that can destroy your lungs. How to love. That society is fragile. What do you need a gun for? The police will protect you. There is no need to own a AR-15. We are civilized. Quote, don't save in games smiley face. Forgetting you're in drive instead of reverse. Dying forgetting to delete browser history. Forgetting to drink water. When your body feels bad, drink water. Headaches, hunger, nausea. Most things can be solved or at least diminished by drinking water. Name of love-making in progress partner. Kim Jong-un's name when you were in North Korea. How to breathe. That you are not entitled to safety provided by anyone but yourself. The codes for the internal emergency line of the factory. I work at a place that needs special equipment to put out the fires that could potentially happen. There. You can put it out with water. Or you would kill everyone in the room. Luckily we have our own fire department on the premise. Problem is whenever their number became mandatory to be on speed dial on every phone in the company. You had to dial the fire department and ask them to contact them, or you had to dial a 10 number. Long number. And nobody could remember it on the fly. Because it never happened that often and it's kinda hard to think straight due to the gases in fumes that the fire is spreading. What was it again? What did I want to say? Breathing. Your girlfriend's birthday. I don't know if it's universal but didn't go well for me. That they're a person too. A lovely quote from the Providence of Fire. Bakers have flour. Fishermen have nets. And leaders have lies. That the United States has many things that make it a great country but none of them should be taken for granted because those same things can turn against us if we believe they are a given. Her name in the morning. History. Your medications. That the stove stays hot after you turn it off. How to breathe. Your cake day winking face. The game. Your so's name at the wedding. To move the leg off the neck. How long those kids have been at the basement. Don't invade Russia in the winter. Epstein didn't kill himself. To turn off the stove after you finish cooking something. The Holocaust. To set up your alarm. Your cake day. GTA saw codes. History. How to breath. How to breath. To breathe as I did in school when I was 7. The will to life. Underwear or if I'm being a good person your girlfriend. The mistakes you made in your past. Your anniversary. The past. History. Your anniversary or wife's birthday. P.S. This is coming from someone who isn't married and all information is coming from T.V. That behind the usernames are actual living people on the other side of the screen. I can't believe how toxic people, even myself, can be. Would we say things like that to strangers IRL? No, then don't do online either. Civil liberties. Your sex partner's name. Which side is the front brake on a bike? The Alamo. History repeats itself. George Floyd. That overconfidence is slow and insidious killer. Your mom's calls. That the legal age is 18. Forgetting to take the turkey out of the oven while beating your meat to a picture of your 13 years old nephew in a bikini at 6:38 a.m. Your baby is in the backseat of the car. The amount of parents who forget their kids are still in the car after they lock it and roll their windows up is honestly horrifying. Especially here in Florida. Cars turn into ovens and will practically fry your infant child inside out. I can't even handle driving with the windows down with no AC. I couldn't imagine what it's like for a small infant who's still strapped in to be sweating and crying for someone to get them out. I couldn't imagine the physical pain of coming back and your child isn't moving and is in a pool of sweat. The past. Whether or not you left the stove on. The fork, spoon you've left in something that you've just put in the microwave. The stove. Your house keys. History repeats itself. That rights aren't granted to us by the government but are supposed to be ensured through them. Compassion and empathy. It's too easy to fall to the slope of hate and anger. When we forget to look through the perspective of another, you'd be surprised how much can be avoided if you stop, think about the circumstances the other party is going through, and resolve to find a better solution. Not a guarantee, but better than the alternative. Putting your beers in the freezer. To take the antidote, where the first step on the staircase is that the Golden State Warriors blew a 3-1 lead in the 2016 NBA Finals to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Her birthday or anniversary.